our spirit? What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is DeEtte here, School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. Coming to you each week, just bringing a little bit of awareness to make life a little bit easier, answering some questions, whatever it is we may need each week. As we know, I always start with a little bit of Neil Donald Walsh because guy's got wisdom. Come on. And it's always so easy to expand on that. It also is so strange to me because, good morning, Tim. Good morning, Keith. It is the coolest thing because last week I just opened up, threw a marker in this, shut it down, don't look at it again. And I'm always blown away that every Monday morning that when I open up to the page and I start to read, it's like my whole life was about what I'm reading about today, which I think is just Spirit's way of just giving me something to talk about. At the end of the day, we know we do have our 5-card stud, and this week it is the Chinese 5 Elements Oracle by Vicki Iskandar, and it is a hay house. It's a hay house. So as you can see, it's still closed. We'll be opening that up in a few minutes and going to town with that. Don't know if I need my glasses yet. Not. Where is the bookmark? Oh, I'm gonna need my glasses. Definitely gonna need my glasses. Enjoy your day, Sir Keith. Enjoy your day. So, let's get into this. Oh my gosh. I have to clean these things pretty soon. Okay, let's look at the pretty picture, guys. Let's look at the pretty picture. Beautiful, beautiful. It says passion is not expectation, and expectation is not passion. Why is passion not expectation, expectation not passion? Because passion is a love of turning being into action. Hold on, what does that say? Because passion is the love of turning being into action. It fuels the engine of creation. It changes concepts to experience. It is the fire that drives us to experience who we are. Passion is a love of doing, and doing is being experienced. Passion is God wanting to say hi. Excuse me. Yeah, what is often created as part of doing is expectation. Expectation is the need for specific results from your actions. God tells us that expectation is the greatest source of man's unhappiness. To live your life without expectation, without the need for specific results, that is freedom. So often when man is motivated to do something loving, he expects to get something back in return, which generally ruins whatever he may have had a passion for in the beginning. In other words, man often feels his needs to return on his investments. On the other hand, when God in you does the loving thing, God has realized itself and needs nothing more. So never deny passion, for this is to deny who you really are and who you truly want to be. The renunciation never denies passion. I can't read anymore. Never denies passion. It simply denies attachments to result. And isn't that like, I mean, that goes against everything you're taught to believe in. It really is. Because in our lifetime, we're always, this is my plan, this is my goal, this is how it's going to be, this is how I'm going to get to it, blah, blah, blah. We are taught to plan, have a goal, to reach the painted picture that we have designed in our head. And if it's not that, we will do what we can to manipulate and reform it to be what we want it to be. Am I correct in that? Only because, think about it, how many of you guys, planned your life growing up? I can't tell you how many people I've talked to or read for that is literally what I get in my head is, oh my gosh, you started planning your life when you were young. You you knew what you wanted to grow up to be. You knew what school you wanted to go to. You knew when you wanted to get married. You knew when you wanted to buy your house. You knew when you were going to have these kids. And you just literally planned it. And if anything just kind of throws a stone in that, a hiccup, oh my gosh, life has now fallen apart. Why? Because your plan has not come to fruition. It's not what you were looking for. It's not this end all goal, this picture happening. So this is what ends up happening. And I won't even lie. Again, hundreds of thousands of readings later, this is what happens. I get that person, say they're 40, 42, 43 in the chair. And that's what I see. They've planned it all. And they have this hiccup. They have this thing going, oh my gosh, I don't know where I want to go because life has hiccuped me. My goals, my picture is gone. And that's really why they're showing up. That's why they want the reading. That's why they need the guidance. They don't know what to do. And when they're coming to me, they're coming to me for me to tell them how to get back en route for their original picture. And I'm always blown away because that's not what I see. Now, I'm a person that always tries to see past. When I say past, I will look at their present picture and I will see it going. I will see it going and where's it going to be? And a lot of times, if they've already been derailed, I see a lot of unhappiness. Like, oh my gosh, if you continue to try to get where you were, it's not a happy place. So then I look back and go, why is this not a happy place? If this is what their end all goal was, why is this not a happy place? And it almost always comes that I look at this person, I go, wow, you really planned your life. Yeah. But you're not happy. Well, yeah, but that's not what it's about. It's about that I planned it for security. I planned it so I didn't have to worry about anything. They didn't want to worry about ever not having a house over their head. They didn't want to worry about not being able to pay the bills. They didn't want to worry about not being so much they did not want to worry about that they planned it so that they never have to worry about it. And here they're in this place where they found they weren't happy. They were just going through life. And I always look at them and say, but this is your do-over. This is that time where you get to just throw, care to the wind and do over. But do over without an expectation this time around. And that's really strange. That's strange to somebody to go, wait a minute, you want me to live my life without a goal, without an expectation? Well, yeah. And what I mean by that is you have a trajectory. You have because again, a lot of times when they come to me, they don't know if they're coming or going. So I'm teaching that they have a trajectory. What is where is it you're trying to go to? Okay, you want to get happy. So let's go back and see things that might make you happy. Let's go back and see in your life what's going to make you feel as if this is what you really want. And now we have a trajectory. Now we have a way we want to go to. We have a direction. Okay. Does it solve all their issues? It doesn't solve their issues yet, but it does get that way of going. And the neatest thing about that is now they're in a place where they're starting to live by not a secured sense, but a sense of passion. They're starting to do things they want to do, they like to do. And that starts to fuel their life. And then all of a sudden, it just starts to take momentum. Again, they didn't have an end goal. They didn't have a place that they were going to. And when you don't have that expectation, you cannot be disheartened. Okay? And the cool thing is when you don't have a place to go, when you don't have that expectation of what's going to happen next, it allows for something better to happen. And I know that sounds really crazy to y'all. I know it sounds crazy that I am telling you that when you don't put out an expectation, you can no longer be, can't be disheartened. You can't be let down. And it just allows you to open up for more things that are really nice to come to you. And it starts to blow up. It's your life really just starts to open up. Now, these are not lessons that come easy. These are hard lessons. And what I will say about this, it's hard until all of a sudden the light bulb just turns on. You go, oh my gosh, I got it. I get it. This is what I need to do. You know, so often in my work, I see somebody sit in front of me that is trying to get me or trying to direct me to see what they want to see. Sounds really crazy, doesn't it? Somebody sit in front of me that wants to come to me for that guidance to see what's going to happen for them. And even while they're sitting there, they're trying to get me to tell them what they want to hear. As if I am going to be the one that creates their expectation. And I so often have to look at them and go, here, this is what you want. I'm getting the feeling this is a sense that you want me to tell you this is what's going to happen. But I can't, because I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing your expectation. But here's the information I can give you to get through this and to realize that something much greater is on the other side. Someone so much better is on the other side to come to you. And they don't like that. Nobody, I don't like that, let alone anybody else. Nobody wants to hear, oh my gosh, life is going to be fine. You know what? That this is happening for a reason. That what you really, really want is not going to happen, but something better is coming your way. Because people cannot get out of the picture they painted. They just can't. So what I end up getting is a lot of messages later on saying, oh my God, you were right. Well, it's not about right or wrong. It's about just letting go of what you want. And I know that sounds crazy. Because when you're striving for something that you've painted a picture in your mind of, and it doesn't happen, you're very let down. And you don't see the beauty of what's happening around you. Now, this happens very often when somebody's had something amazing happen. Amazing. You know, just astronomically amazing has happened. And they want to so badly recreate that same thing all over again because it was so moving and so touching and wow, more than they ever expected. So they're going, wow, that was so awesome. I want to recreate that. And I'm going to do everything in my power to recreate that same exact thing that just happened. What happens is it falls short of the expectation. Now, does it fall short of being amazing and great? No. Sorry, I got like hairs in my face. It doesn't fall short of being amazing. It doesn't fall short of being freaking awesome. It doesn't fall short of being so much more than it was the first time. Is it different? Yes. Because why would you want to recreate the same thing you've already done? You're going to be let down no matter what. Because that experience was awesome. You're not going to tell that. But you can plan for another one and let that be as awesome as the first was in its own way. And I know that just sounds like, wait a second. What do you mean? Because when you put this expectation up here for anything in life, whether this be financial or family or job or car or whatever, eventually that expectation is going to not be met. Okay, it's just not going to be met. And what are you going to do? You're just going to keep going. You're just going to keep moving. You're just going to keep going forward. Now, you've got one of two choices. Okay, because I can already hear the humdrums coming at me going, and this feeling of depression, this feeling of sadness that just goes, but I was so, it wasn't what I wanted. It did not turn out the way I wanted it. So you got a few different ways of looking at something. You can sit with us and you can be a Debbie Downer and you can be sad that what your final decisions and expectations were didn't come to light. And be sad and look at people around you and just think, gosh, nobody satisfied my needs. Or you can come back and look at that in a different way. And at this point, you can even pick it apart and go, okay, what did occur? What did happen? Where is the beauty in everything? And you can start to see the amazingness that did happen, or the amazingness that ended up eventually being what it is. And this is in everyday life. I've talked about my life, how much. You know, I've talked about my life, how I went to be a nurse, and it wasn't a career I liked. What I truly wanted to do was help people. I wanted to be there. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to help. I wanted to be that person. And it's not anything I ever felt like I was doing. Why? Because I was trying to meet an expectation of other people. If I want to help, I need to listen to somebody else because they seem to know me better than me. And I am doing something somebody else expects. It didn't make me happy. Nor did I ever look at it that I was actually helping anybody. I just looked at it always as something I was doing for somebody else's expectations. And thinking eventually I will come to that point of satisfaction because somebody else told me that career will get me what I want. And I found out that really I never did. When I walked back into doing what I do now, because I did walk away from it and come back, I found out that this is where I was helping people. I no longer put an expectation on how that had to look. Before I had to put bandages on and heal wounds and give medications and turn people and walk people and do all these other things to be what I wanted to be. And that was my expectation, that at the end of the day, I was going to feel satisfied because I did X, Y, and Z. Now, it took me a long time, even when I walked back into this career, to realize that literally all I had to do was show up. I just have to be me. I have to live my passion. I have to go forward. And when I do that, things turn out correct. Things turn out better. More people come back to me and say, oh my gosh, DeEtte, you changed my life. Oh my gosh, DeEtte, you helped me so much. You don't even know what you did for me. And it's mind-blowing when people come back and say that to me because I don't see what I've done. I don't see that trail because all I did was show up for half an hour, or maybe a little bit more of an extended time. And they come back to me and they say those words. And those are the words that are fulfilling. That you just go, wow, that's awesome. Now that's fulfilling. Because I never expect to show up to anything that it's going to be more than it is in that moment. That's it. And we go on. And I'm finding the more that I do that, the better it is for me. Okay? The better it is for me to be able to go, okay. I said no at first, but then you said no, change my mind. Yeah, but the thing is we're going to take a quick station break.
Is your space aligned with your dreams? Do you feel inspired when you walk in the door? Carol Hyder can help you create a space that you love, where you thrive, and where you always want to be. Using her 29 years of experience as a feng shui consultant, teacher, author, and trainer, she can help you bring forth the inspired essence of your home or office, making a place where you feel whole and safe. Learn the specific feng shui adjustments that Carol has seen as the most important, such as determining which room in your home should be your favorite, why your stove may be affecting your health, and why your office may be holding you back. Contact Carol at 612-823-5093 or carolhyder.com to discuss the specifics with a personal appointment. By elevating the energy of your space, it becomes sacred and you will be forever changed. Contact Carol at Carol Hyder, that's CarolEhyder.com.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Sorry. Getting back to our conversation. So when we're getting back to that expectations, okay, realize that the biggest lesson in this, I mean, we can always go over the don'ts. We can go over that. But really, let's see how we're supposed to go forward. How do we go forward with this? It really is just doing what you enjoy the most. Seriously. It's waking up in the morning and going, you know, I don't expect anything to happen from this day. I don't expect any certain outcome. I'm just going to live my passion. I'm going to be grateful for what I get to do and find gratitude in that. I know that's a really overused term, but it's finding the happy moments in what you're doing. Okay? Finding those happy moments, finding a way to go, oh my gosh, what can I do next? Those are going to drive you. Those happy times are going to drive you. That passion is what drives you. Okay? The moment you stop and you start thinking, oh my God, I'm going to get all this in the end. That's when you end up falling short. It really is. It really is, because a lot of times what happens when we start to do things, I have an expectation. We show up to do it because we think we're going to get some sort of gratification in the end. We're going to get a reward. We're going to get a prize. And when that does not happen, we are let down. Now that surprise, that reward, that gratification can come in a feel good. It can come in monetary. It can come in a house. It can go so many different ways. It's saying, if I do this, I'm going to get this. It's your job. Okay? If I go to work and I work my tush off and I do not only everything that is expected of me, but I do everything else too, I am going to get promoted. I am going to get a good raise. I am going to get this because I am going above and beyond. And this is what my goal is. And then you find out you've hired onto a company that doesn't do a lot of that. The raises are, let's say 3% a year, which are what? A couple of bucks? Wow, that's not a reward. You're going for the promotion. But you find out that, number one, the old fogies don't retire as fast as you think, and they're not going anywhere. And then when finally either passes away or retires, they've changed the policy that they're not going to hire within. They're going to hire somebody with a big degree coming in. You don't get what you expected. All of a sudden it takes all those years of hard work and it turns it into, oh, why the heck am I here? What am I doing? I am not satisfied because I'm not getting what I expected to get. Now, let's flip that. Let's flip it. You go and do the same job. But you go and do it because you start to realize that you're good at what you do. You like what you're doing. You enjoy the people with you. You have great work hours. The paycheck is nice. And you're doing it because you like to do it. And you start to realize you're going to work every day because you know what? You like what you're doing. And it's filling a passion for you to continue to do it. Now, it does not mean that this job is going to become your whole life. It just means it's going to be what it is for right now, and you're really enjoying it. Now, what happens? You're not worried about getting the big raise. You're not worried about getting a promotion. You're just going because you know what? Everything is met, and I enjoy being here. Do you know what happens? Magically, things get offered you never thought you would get. You may not get the promotion up, but you get a promotion sideways. Now, that sideways promotion comes with more responsibility, but it comes with a much bigger paycheck or a better office. It's not the trajectory you're thinking, but maybe it's a better fit for you because now you have more on your resume. You're able to do more. And that happiness and that passion continues to show. And then eventually somebody else, some other company notices it. Whoa, guess what? Now you're being offered a different job at a different company where it is a higher level than what you're at. Again, not an expectation because you never expected to stay with this company for 50 years. You were just there because you were enjoying what you were doing. And then that's when the magic happens. When you release the expectation of what I want for my reward at the end of the day, it leaves you a happy feeling today. It leaves you with a better outcome in the end. It's phenomenal how it works. It really is. Because when you start giving up the whole worry that I'm not doing enough to get what I want, all that crap just goes away. It all goes away. It's all about, are you enjoying your life? Are you doing what you love? Are you living your passion? Because I will tell you what, that's what life's about. Life is not about just the grind to get somewhere in the end, because I will tell you what, when you're dead, it doesn't matter. The homeless person goes to the same place the president goes. And when we get there, it doesn't matter what station you had in life. It doesn't matter. What you're going to look back on is what your experiences were. What gave you a better understanding? What gave you a better outlook on life? And I'll tell you what, somebody that lived their passions and lived life in a way that was open-ended is the person that's going to experience a whole lot more than the person that literally goal after goal after goal. But I will tell you what, it's not necessarily a bad way of being, because some people have to live by goals. And if that's their passion, then do it. Doesn't mean not to have them. Just means do it if it's your passion. But in the end, always give up the expectation. Because whatever's going to happen is what's going to happen. You can't be let down. You can't be moved over. And it's always going to be better than you thought it was going to be anyway. If it's not, you really did expect way too small. Just saying. With that, we're going to take a quick station break, and we're going to come back with our 5-card stud. Not sure if I'm going to have a kid with me or not. We'll find out. This has been DeEtte on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. See you in a few.
Explore your path to higher consciousness with Kelly Wagner. Meet Kelly Wagner, a visionary founding member of the Community for Higher Consciousness, ready to illuminate your way and empower you to live your best life. With her unique set of tools as a knower and seer, Kelly goes beyond surface-level problems, uncovering the why behind your challenges. She fearlessly asks the questions that lead to the ultimate truth. Kelly's insatiable tenacity ensures that you receive top-notch creative solutions. Brace yourself for a journey of self-discovery and empowerment as Kelly taps into her innate gifts, guiding you toward a life of fulfillment and purpose. As a psychic medium Reiki practitioner, co-host of the Being Curious Show, publisher of Edge Magazine, and master connector, Kelly's transformative approach creates win-win partnerships here, there, and everywhere. Let Kelly ignite your potential. Contact Kelly at edgemagazine.net and step towards a life aligned with higher consciousness. Discover more at you'vegotkelly.com.
Yeah, because she offered the blanket to Dawson. Sorry.
Explore your higher consciousness with the Edge Media Platform. We're a multimedia platform dedicated to connecting curious teachers and seekers in a safe, welcoming space. Dive into spiritual growth with our print magazine, digital content, podcasts, and in-person experiences. Whether you're seeking wisdom or sharing it, we're here to inspire and uplift your journey, here, there, and everywhere. Connect with us today.
Gorgeous. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I was getting a little one. She's a little disheveled, huh? So that's okay. Are you mad? Yeah.
And I'm sorry my hair was a mess. I was just in bed
It's
for a few
okay.
hours.
It's okay, huh? You're just having a relaxing morning?
Matt, is Tim at the hotel watching this?
He is. He is. So, everybody, we're going to do our 5-card stud. I asked Addie if she wanted to come with me. You see names, huh? Yeah. So, today is the Chinese. What is it? Okay. You want to use this? It helps. The Chinese 5 Elements Oracle. Good job. And it's by Vicki Iskandar. And it's Hay House Publishing.
Get it open.
You almost got to make just a bigger hole, huh? And then rip like it's Christmas morning.
I like Christmas morning. Luckily, Christmas is in a few months.
There you go. So,
And Halloween is in 3.
should we read the back of the deck first?
No.
We have to look at the back. Of the
No,
deck.
we don't.
We have to tell them about the cards. Hey, you want to take the cards out and look at the cards? Okay. You take the cards out, look at the cards. I got the book. She's got the cards. Give me the box.
No.
Oh, it's pretty on the inside. Look how pretty that is. On this side it says, attune to the healing power of nature with the 5 elements. So the back of the deck says, what if you could assess spiritual or
Got it.
what if you could access, not assess, access spiritual guidance from an oracle deck designed to open a portal to the wisdom of the Tao and the profoundly healing world of Chinese astrology. These stunningly designed cards feature 60 possible combinations or pillars of the 10 heavenly stems that represent the yin and the yang qualities of the 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, and the 12 earthly branches, animal signs of the Chinese astrology. They offer modern interpretations grounded in traditional theories of Chinese metaphysics and provide insights into the past, present, and future. Use of Chinese 5 Elements Oracle to connect with the divine and then gain a deeper understanding of the Tao.
Get off the screen, Fly.
Now, I have a question. What are the Chinese animals called? What's your favorite movie?
I don't remember.
The Zodiac?
No, that's my second favorite.
Oh, that's your second favorite. But you love the Zodiac signs,
No,
don't you?
third favorite.
Mhm. What year are we in?
2025.
What's-
But it's the snake year.
It's the snake year. It's a Chinese animal, huh?
Yeah, it's a Chinese animal.
Chinese astrology. She loves Chinese astrology. I don't know why. I think it's the whole animal thing. So let's look at the deck or the card for the. Okay, guys. No pictures. No pictures. But tons of information in here. Message from heaven. Message from earth. Oh my gosh, tons. A little bit about what the card's about. Water dragon, manifest in your dreams. The messages from
I'm
heaven,
only
messages
doing
from earth.
2 cards.
We got to do 5. It's got a 5-card set for a reason.
You can
It
do
has-
the other 4.
Okay.
You can
It's-
do the other 3.
Okay, I can do whatever. It says it
I'll do
has
3.
the background. It has, this book is a little heavier. It's got a lot of stuff. I kind of like the book. So what's our first card? Should we tell them what 5-card stud is though? You're getting ahead of the game.
No.
Say 5-card stud.
No, you say it.
5-card stud is where we put 5 cards. And I read each one of them individually. And then
Every
when we're
Monday.
done, every Monday, and then when we're done reading all 5 individually, we talk about them as a whole reading. So it's essentially 6 readings here. Now you can pick 1 number, 2 numbers, multiple numbers.
This is wood
Because it's up to you.
It's wood rat.
Hold on a second. Or if you have a lot of issues, you can write them all down and assess a number or put a number to them. So the first one is the wood rat. Ooh,
You know,
align with your purpose.
This is
Align with
2.
your purpose.
oh, this is great.
That's pretty.
That's a cute.
So the wood rat. Number 1.
But I already put all 4.
You pulled 3. Pull me 2 more.
I don't like that one. I didn't like that one.
Is that our cards for the day?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Bye.
There we go. She just
See
wanted
you
to
later, Tim.
So the wood rat. Align with your purpose. Align with your purpose. This is card number 1. If you pick number 1, what this is looking at is that you're a little off shift. You're a little off center. You're not quite where you want to be. Okay. And what this is meaning is it's for you to go inward. It's time for you to go inward and go, okay, what do I want? Where do I want to go? What is it that I want to be? What do I want to offer to the world? This is your time to really kind of go in there and start to assess yourself. Okay. Are you happy? Are you not happy? Are you not quite doing what you want? And to start to shift your life, shift yourself to being more aligned to that purpose, because that's going to make you a little bit more happier in this world. Card number 2 she picked was the water pig, being in the flow, being in the floor. Look at that, the water pig. Oh my gosh. I really like this deck so far. The water pig, being in the flow. If you pick card number 2, you're starting to get it. Things are starting to shift. Things are starting to click. The puzzle pieces are getting together. They're just coming. And you're starting to find your way. And it's becoming easier for you. Okay. And I will tell you what, for all those people that have been really struggling and you're going, oh my God, just give me number 2. I don't know what that is. Guess what? It's happening. You're finally finding your momentum. It's happening for you. The struggle is over. Why? Because it's shifted. You've finally gotten out of the dirty mud on the side and you've gotten yourself on the pavement, and it's going to be a straighter train for you. Make sure you do all you can to stay in the flow of that. Okay. Don't backward track to old ways of beliefs. Card number 3 was the water dog. Play with the waves. Play with the waves. Kind of like that card. Okay. When I'm looking at this card, it really is about having fun. You know what I mean? You can go out in the middle of the ocean and swim, but that really becomes work, doesn't it? I mean, if you think about it, to get into the ocean, to swim out, to get out there, you know, unless you're really a hardcore ocean swimmer, that's a lot of work. Okay. But if you stay in the front, if you stay closer to the shallow, those waves are a lot of fun. You can do a lot with that. You're going to laugh. The whole day is going to go by and you're going to find everybody else playing in them. It's just a fun place to be. Okay. And this card is telling you to start playing in the waves, start having fun, start enjoying your life, start looking at life as not being so serious. Don't make it hard. Okay. Just because you get in the ocean doesn't mean it has to be hard. It doesn't have to be scary. It can be fun. It can be uplifting. You don't have to get into the deep end to do that. Card number 4 she picked is the metal bird. Treat yourself like royalty. Why aren't you? Why aren't you? Because if you picked card number 4, what you're looking at is that you're really looking at yourself as not that person that gets everything, not that person that's handed everything on a gold platter. You're looking at yourself as if you are the person that's just the one that's struggling, is always having a hard time, is born in the gutter, going to stay in the gutter type attitude. And this card is like, stop it. Stop it. Look in the mirror and treat yourself like the king or queen that you really are. Okay. Because when you start to treat yourself that way, life begins to change. Okay, life just starts to shift. Why? Because you are looking at yourself and you're giving yourself the best that you can for you. And next thing you know, you're coming out of where you want to be. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have the money to go shop at Macy's. I don't have the money to go here. Well, guess what? Those people that shop at Macy's, they donate their clothes. Go to the high-end Goodwill in life. Find their used stuff. Start dressing better. Before you know it, guess what? You are going to be doing the shopping at Macy's too. Why? Because you put yourself in that thought process that guess what? You are worth it. So put yourself there. Card number 5, the last one, is the metal monkey. Let go of control. Oh my gosh, we've been talking about this all day. Let go of control. When you try to control, you get nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Give up control. Give it up. Just let it go. You know what? Nobody's going to come in and take over your life if you give up control. What you will do is find happy and satisfaction. Okay? When you sit down, you have a conversation with yourself and you just go, you know what? I have no clue what's going to happen, but I'm just going to do my best. Let it go. All of a sudden, boom, again, life is going to start showing up. It's going to happen. So card number 1 was the wood rat. Card number 2 is the water pig. 3 is water dog. 4 is the metal bird. And 5 is the metal monkey. Now, when I look at all of these, this is, oh my God, this is a week. This is going to be a really nice week. Why? Because you're going to start looking at yourself and you're going to start giving yourself stuff. Because why? Because you're going to look at yourself, I'm worth it. I'm worth it to take extra time on myself in the morning or to lay in bed. I'm worth it to do my hair or not do my hair. I'm worth it to shop if I want to shop. I'm worth it to buy that car. I'm worth it to pay off my bills. I'm worth it for all of it. You're going to start looking at yourself going, I'm worth everything I desire. Okay. But this is the key thing. You have to give up how that's going to happen. I know you have to give up. You have to give that up. So if it's money you desire, you have to give up the idea that you have to go to work to get it. You have to expect it just to show up in your mailbox. You have to expect that you walk in, buy a lottery ticket, and it's there. That's where your expectations got to change to. I don't care how it comes. It's just coming to me. Trust me, this week is about just literally everything's getting the flow of things. Because this is week it starts to click for you. This is a week that literally you're starting to just have fun. You're just like, you know what? I'm going to let go. I'm just going to have fun. I'm just going to do me. I'm just going to do life. And you're going to keep going with it. Okay. And as you do this, more things are going to align. More things are going to start moving for you. You're going to feel like everything's where it's going to be. You're going to be in your happy place. And life is going to become a big old play park of fun for you. This is a great week, guys. Now, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And I'm going to tell you, these cards, even though the images are very simplistic, and they are simplistic, that's okay. This deck rocks. This deck really rocks. Why do I say it rocks? Because it really gives so much. Okay, because I know if I studied this deck, wherever the image is, if I studied this deck, I know this deck would give me more and more and more. So this is a deck that really can be used and used again. It can be used in a simplified manner. You can start looking at the metal versus the water versus the nature, because literally we pulled 2 metals, 2 waters, and an earth. So I know right there, if I study the Chinese, if I study this, that's going to give me an even deeper meaning. Okay. So when you start looking at this type of a deck, this is a deck that's just, it can be for the beginner, it can be for the advanced, and it can be for somebody that wants to transition through all those. So this is a good deck. I like this deck. I like this deck. Okay, now I'm gonna I like this deck. There we go. There we go. So what is going on? What is going on in DeEtte's world? Where is DeEtte going? Well, number one, DeEtte's going to California tonight. I know. Just for a few days. I'm going to go spend some time with a beautiful puppy named Bear. If you know me on Facebook, you know who Bear is. I'm going to go spend 2 or 3 days with Bear, just snuggling with him on the floor, giving him all the love in the world, and making it a Bear-filled week, or at least Bear-filled 3 days. Whatever Bear wants, Bear's going to get. You know what I mean? That type of a thing. He is the royalty of the week. And then I'm going to come back Thursday evening, okay? just to have a day off, and then I'll be in Black River Falls, Wisconsin with Soul and Synergy. It's going to be an amazing event. Let me pull the event up because honestly, I haven't pulled up. I have decided that I was giving up all expectations of whatever was going to happen in life, whether I was gallery, not gallery, doing readings, not. I'm just going to show up. I'm just showing up. We got to figure this out. We're going to figure this out. Who is the gallery this week? I have no clue. Oh, Terry is the gallery. Terry Flick. Oh my God, that's going to be an awesome gallery. I won't even lie. I love that for him. Super, super amazing. Terry's amazing. You're going to love Terry. So you need to come back and see Terry for his gallery on that event. Super amazing. I love this. I don't know what the heck's going on. It looks like Terry's the only one doing galleries anymore for any event, is what it looks like. Okay. That's very strange. But it is what it is. We will, I guess it's Terry. So there's you go. There's no expectations. It's all about Terry, which is, I guess, fine. He does own the company, so he can do that. And kind of going forward with that. So there we go. It's what it is. It's good. It's all good. So anyway, Black River Falls this Saturday, you'll find me at least doing readings. I'll just be doing lots and lots of readings and going from there, guys. So if you want that reading, come in with me, sit down, sign up. You can pre-sign up. Let me know ahead of time, and we'll get you your time slot because they tend to fill up quite fast. Okay. With that being said, guys, you have an amazing day. I will see you next Monday morning here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.